If or see when it is the Twitch starts to pick up on the stream. There we go. All right, let us resume. God damn, this music is good. All right, so we know. What do we know? What do we know, really? Does this tell us what this is? Open tomb. Angyar's house. Dust. Oh, that's the monument. I thought that was the bar. Okay, so was it shift for running? Yes, shift for running. I wanted to get back in. Oh, I should probably talk to you, huh? I had some questions. I'd like to enter the mortuary. You know, it's very well. Follow me. Okay. So what I... Whoop! What the hell did I just do? What I actually wanted to do... Ah. Okay. Was inspect this thing. Examine the giant skeleton carefully. Examine the armor. Study the symbols. Study the runes to try to recall the enchantment. Study the pattern of runes as they weave their way across the breastplate. On its most basic level, the runes are a lesser armoring enchantment, but several skull-shaped runes and spherical tracings along the edges of the armor make you suspect several greater necromantic and warding enchantments are woven in as well. Touching the skeleton will most likely cause it to awaken and defend itself. See if you can dispel the enchantment somehow. Ooh! You suspect that marring the rune pattern along the breastplate could unravel the enchantments, but it looks difficult. The pattern is complicated, and scratching out the wrong portion could cause the skeleton to animate. Mar the runes, maintaining the armoring enchantment first, then the necromantic, then the ward... I don't know. Try this. Uh-oh. The work is difficult, the nerve-wracking at first, but slowly your mind begins to focus, and the runes begin to unravel beneath your attack. Within minutes, the giant skeleton has been stripped of the enchantments, binding it. It collapses, falling to the floor with a crash of bones and a heavy clanging noise. Oops. Damn pile of bones. You wait for a moment, but no one responds to the sound. Moving quickly, you sift through the skeleton's parts on the floor. Most of it is too heavy or too old to be useful. You discover a piece of the skeleton's breastplate with the majority of one of the broken enchantments engraved on it. You have a feeling that it could prove useful. I'll just take that then. Shh. Okay. That worked.
Done.
Alright, let's see here. So, what in the world did I just get, though? Rune of Lesser... Why is it red? Upon closer examination of the runes covering the surface of this breastplate, you think you might be able to unlock the rune's power and use it to invoke primitive warding enchantment, similar to the one that protected the giant skeleton. Activating the armor, or the rune will destroy the breastplate, however. Okay. Well. God, we've got so much stuff. You know what? Mort, you can hang on to this stuff for now, pal. Wait a minute. Mort, you got... Wait, did I give you bandages? Mort. Oh my god. Alright, yes, I already did give you bandages. Okay. Who dat? Frightened hive dweller. See a man in tattered clothing. As you approach him, he suddenly stops and begins to look around, frightened. Greetings! The man looks startled, then takes a step back. Eh? What'd you be wanting, Cutter? His voice shaky, as he seems taken aback by your scars. I have nothing on me, so I don't, and my rags are not worth the trouble. Calm yourself. I'm not here to rob you. I had some questions. Run, and I promise you won't get... No. We're not going to threaten him. He keeps a safe distance, and his eyes dart from side to side, as if expecting something to step out of the shadows. Questions, he said. And, what might those questions be? Can you tell me about the city? What do you want to know about Sigil, then? What is this place? The city of doors, the cage. Place where all doors lead to, not from. No, not from. And from. Center of the plains, and gets most of the backwash from all places, too. Some say this is where everybody ends up at one point or another. City of doors. Hey? You see, Cutter, the city is... And he frowns, as if struggling with the words. The city's got a bunch of doors scattered through it, and you see the doors? He frowns again and sighs. The doors... I guess he's going to take some other questions. Missing in journal, have you seen one? Do you know where I might find one? Snowetty looks confused. No idea where you'd find such a thing. What about Farad? Name's not one I know, Cutter. Who's he? A collector, I think. He thinks. Well then, he most likely has his kip in Ragpicker Square then. You might want to look there. During the day, that is. Not a nice place at night. Where's Ragpicker Square located? It's a few blocks from here. Go west from the mortuary as far as you can. And you'll run right into it. Careful when you're around there, though, Cutter. The collectors there don't always wait for you for a body to die before collecting on them. Aye? Got it, thanks. And he said, wait a minute, he said go where? West. And he licks his lips as you turn to leave. Cutter, you might think he studies you for a moment. You could spare a few coppers for a blood who helped you on, in your way. Not many around here would do that for a feller. Enough for a man to wet his tongue after all that talking? No. Let's see here. Fair enough. Give him a copper piece. Give him 5 copper. Give him 10. I have 90. Give him 5 coppers. Glance around to see if anyone saw the exchange, then tucks the jink in the folds of his robe. Thank you kindly, Cutter. May the lady... Was it? May the lady's shadow pass you by. Oh, the Mistress of Sigil. You've not heard of her? You must be blessed, or more clueless. You know a little about Sigil, indeed. He laughs weakly. Ladies' words, law, and here in Sigil. He thinks for a moment. Except she don't say much. Dead silent she is. What else can you tell me about the lady? He looks at you warily. Don't want to be talking too much about her, Cutter. You don't want to cross her shadow, nor be singing her praises, all right? Now let's say no more about it. Rattle in your bone box about the lady is dim indeed. Very well, then. So he's talking about the Lady of Pain. Lady of Pain is, well, basically as he just described it. Like, she's basically the law in Sigil. Not the law in, like, that she actually makes the laws, just you don't want to screw with her because she's essentially the ruler of Sigil. And she, well, when he says, may her shadow pass you by, that's because if you cross her shadow, as in you stand in it, you get flayed alive. Yay! You see a heavy-set man with sharp features and a pained expression. Despite his huge frame, however, he has an effeminate look about him, and unlike the other residents you've seen, he looks to have bathed recently. As you approach, he looks up hopefully and calls out in a high voice, "Craddock, good sir!" What? Eh? His hopeful expression dies as he studies your face. "1,000 apologies, good sir, if I have given offense." He gives a slight bow. "I am called Bane the Sender, third child of Di Bane, the Sender. I am one of the many runners in the employ of the House of Senders." "No apologies necessary, Bane. What do you want?" "1,000 apologies for troubling you with such a trivial matter. But I see Craddock, an overseer in the hive. Bane looks like he is in pain, but alas, he eludes me." He looks at you hopefully again. "Could it be you have heard of such a man?" "Sorry, I haven't." Bane gives a deep sigh. "I am bound to deliver a message to him, and as yet, fortune has chosen not to favor me. I could help you if I come across the man. I could pass along your message." We'll find him and deliver your message for... No. Yeah, we'll offer to help. Bane's face lights up like a lantern. Oh, fortunate day for Bane and the House of Senders. Any assistance you could provide would be most welcome. If you can find this Craddock and pass along the message, I shall see to it that you are paid for your troubles. Alright, what's the message? Bane recites the message almost like a mantra. Hey, Tailport, what's up, dude? Lady's Grace, blood, back in Sigil, eh? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed, and I am very excited. The shipment must be incursed by the 3rd day or there will be a penalty. Bane frowns. I am told that Craddock will know of the shipment to which the message pertains. If I see Craddock, I will pass along the message. Is there anything you can tell me about him before I go that might help me find him? He is said to be a giant of a man, stern of features, that he is an overseer in one of the hive marketplaces. Alas, I know little else than that, good sir. I see, that's enough for now. Bane bows. Thank you, sir. Should fortune favor you, and you are able to bear the message to Craddock, be so kind as to return and tell me of it, and I will see that see to it your efforts are rewarded. Very well.
Updated my journal.
Okay, we don't really need to talk to the harlots. The post. It's a zombie, it looks like. This filthy-looking corpse is in sad shape. Its shoulders are slumped, and one of its legs is broken, causing it to lean to one side. Stains cover it from head to toe. Judging from the smell and the texture, the stains run from rotted fruit to mud and bird droppings. To add to the indignity, graffiti has been carved into its body, and several notices have been nailed into its chest, back, and head. I thought I was in bad shape. Don't all those nails hurt? No, I'm not going to really talk to the corpse. Sorry. Examine the corpse, examine the graffiti. Let's examine the corpse. Despite the many stitches, the corpse's rotting skin is peeling in several places, leaving long stretches of muscle and bone. You'd guess that this zombie is frequently used as target practice. The fruit and mud stains aside, some of the tears in the skin still have rocks and bits of glass lodged in them. One wicked-looking cobblestone is still embedded in the side of the head. Proud of the cobblestone. You grab a hold of the cobblestone and pull it out of the corpse's head. Traces of brain matter and rotting flesh, gained an item, slowly drip from it. It looks like whatever was in its head turned to ooze long ago. Some of the other notices. A number of leaflets have been ruined by rain, but some of them are still legible. One tacked to his back is from something called the Office of Vermin and Disease Control. The one on his forehead looks like a bill of fare from a restaurant. One on his chest looks like an official notice, and another appears to be some sort of want ad. To those hive citizens wishing gainful employ with the most honorable and generous, you spelled that wrong, Sigil government, inquire forthwith at the Office of Vermin and Disease Control to help stem God. Oh boy, the spelling of brain rats. Bounties paid, copper given for each rat tail brought. Tails must be genuine and from rat only. No cat, dog, or fiend tail accepted. Office several streets south and west of Mortuary Gate in Lower Hive. Ask for official inspector in charge. The respected Phineas T. Lort. Jesus. Oy. All you need is one look at the post to know why so many poor Berks want out of their contract with the Dusties. Yeah, indeed. What are the other notices here? Examine the bill of fare. Someone has posted a bill of fare for the Gathering Dust Bar, but the bill of fare cannot be read, as the words Smoldering Corpse Bar have been scrawled onto the in charcoal over the bill. Smoldering Corpse Bar. Zombie immediately jerks its left arm upwards and points far to the southeast. A moment later, the arm falls back to the side with a thump. Ah. There's a job I once had. He seems embarrassed. Well, I mean, without the arms. I wonder if this would work with the other notices. Official notice. Public notice by the order of the Judiciary Council and in accordance with the citizenry of Sigil. Let it be known, those defacing a registered servant of the Dustmen, either by graffiti, malicious attack, or by posting notices, will constitute felonious assault, and the perpetrator will be answerable for the vandalism of said servant, by order of the Hall of Speakers. Hall of Speakers. Sounds familiar. Examine the want ad. Wanted. Able-bodied person willing to investigate a matter of the utmost importance to the Dustman cause will offer suitable compensation upon successful completion of said task. Interested parties inquire with Initiate Notorious Gathering Dust Bar. Did we already ask about the Gathering Dust Bar? Merely jerks left arm upwards and points west to the building before you. A moment later, the arm falls back to its side with a thump. What about the other notices? Actually, I wanted to look at the graffiti. The graffiti runs from obscenities about the Dustmen to slogans glorifying what appear to be local gangs. One piece of graffiti catches your eye. Someone has carved the name Farad in the corpse's left arm, then slashed an X across it. Farad.
Updated my journal.
Ooh. Man, we're getting tons of XP. This is great. The zombie immediately jerks his left arm upwards and points far to the west and downwards. A moment later, the arm falls back to its side with a thump. Any other notices? Graffiti. Oh, okay, we're gonna leave it in peace then. What? Are we regenerating? What's going on here? Oh, yeah. Mort. Hey. Wait, where's the... Use a bandage on yourself, dude. You gotta get yourself back into... Did that not give you HP?
Done.
Hive Dweller. Dustmang. Harlot. There's a different looking person over here. Who's this? Anna. Heck, never have I seen something so something. Did she just say pike off? Damn. See a striking red-haired girl dressed in leather armor. Her right arm is covered with a series of interlocking plates that look as if they were taken from the skin of some creature. And a horned shoulder piece protects her left arm. Oddly enough, she has a tail that is flicking back and forth as you watch. Pike off. Okay, so she's a tiefling. She's got a tail. Greetings. The girl ignores you. Can you tell me who where I am? I'm looking for someone named Farad. Do you know where I can find him? I'm missing a journal. Have you seen one? Who are you? The girl sneers, then makes an obscene gesture with her tail. Pike off, you clueless sod. Oh boy. See, the Hall of Speakers is where every Sigil law and policy is debated, voted on, and passed or rejected. It's also the headquarters of the Sign of One. I don't think I remember what the Sign of One means, or is. Oh, I'm not going to threaten her, no. And what is it you want? I can't help but notice. No, I'm not going to say that. Can you tell me where I am? I'm looking for someone named Farad. Do you know where I can find him? I might say more if you sweeten the question, She clicks her tongue and rubs two fingers together. Jink. Jink, Jink. She means money. Oh. She glances at Mort, then shrugs. What the skull said. Hard coin. Alright, how much? I doubt I have anything I want to hear, but try me. Then I'll decide whether it's worth it. No, how much? How much is it to you to know, She studies you, then folds her arms. Come on, I haven't got all day, I haven't. How about 20? Alright then. She pockets the money. It's gone so quickly you have no idea where it vanished to. Look for him in the alley, Spire Ward from the mortuary. That's to the south and west of the mortuary, Very well, I had some other questions. Oh boy. I'll ask about the journal. She looks at you strangely. Nay, I've seen nothing like that. I haven't. Alright, I have some other questions. Is she Scottish? You have a tail. Do I now? Oh boy. The girl looks at her tail. So I do. And here I was thinking that it was a trick of me eye. Why aren't ye a sharp cutter? She bares her teeth. Why don't ye piss off to whatever hole you crawled out of and leave me be? Me nor me tail is for trade, Jig. See, Sign of One is one of the 15 factions. Their belief is that the multiverse is centered around you and your personal perception. Oh, wait, are those the one... no, those aren't the ones that believe that if you stop thinking that you just, like, stop to exist, right? Alright, I was just curious. It's just as well neither you nor your tailor for sale. You couldn't squeak out a living with them anyway. Mort. What are you about, you blighter? Say it again. He didn't say anything, but I'm still curious. Why do you have it? Nope, nope, nope. Well, oh, God. No, man, I appreciate it, Tealport. I like getting the info. He said, and I disagree, that you couldn't make a living selling your... God, that's so rude. The girl's eyes narrow to slits. Are you daft? Can it be that you're dumber than stone, or maybe you're the power of ignorance? May the Davis brick you over and make you a street. Oh my God. That insult. I love it. She's a tiefling, Chief. They got some demon's blood in them, and that makes them paranoid and defensive. Nice tail, though. Shame it's plastered on such an ugly body. Whoa, now! You better latch your bone box, you foul-mouthed mimir, before I splits it from your jig-jaw. Or jaw-jig. Jig-jaw. Why don't you try and split my jaw, Chit? All I'm hearing is a lot of chatter from some hive trash. Throw a punch, I dare ya. I'll bite your legs off. Enough, we're leaving. I piss off then. Oh, no, no, no. No dying, no dying.
Done.
I don't want to piss off the tiefling. Let's leave her alone. Alright, let's go in this bar.
Chief, what are we doing here? Let's say we just give this place the laugh, alright?
They said just give this place the laugh. Oh my lord, there's so many people. A zombie worker. Wonderful. This female corpse is dressed in a heavy burlap shirt covered with food and wine stains. Her lips have been stitched closed, and her arms and legs are wrapped in several layers of bandages. The bandages seem to have been soaked in preservatives to keep the corpse fresh. As a result, the corpse's rotting odor has been replaced with an equally repulsive vinegar smell. Oh, God. Leave the corpse in peace. As you turn away, you notice Mort staring at you. Eh? Eh? What is it? Did you see the way the cadaver's beauty was staring at me? Mort's teeth chatter as if in anticipation. She was looking for some lucky cutter to thaw her coffin. Please don't start this again. Mort ignores you and becomes thoughtful. I don't really mind the attention, actually. It's just that I like to be seen as something more than just a skull, you know? I have feelings that go beyond my base animal instincts. I want courtship, not some fortnight fling around the mausoleum. Keep it up and I'm going to fling you somewhere. Mort, you are a skull. Nobody can help but see you as a skull. Accept it. I don't know. I don't want to, like... I understand. Let's get the hell out of here. I don't want to insult the poor guy, you know? Alright, so let's see here. There was this guy. You see a spindle-thin dustman in dirty black robes. His stiff black hair springs forth from his skull like a crown of spikes, and his leper-white skin is drawn sharply across his skull. He is frowning into his drink and mumbling to himself. Greetings. Ooh, excuse me. I don't know why. I don't know what it is, but reading aloud makes me yawn. I have no idea why. The dustman looks up, blinks once, then looks you up and down, studying you. As he studies you, he takes one of his spiked locks and points at himself with it. Noroch, initiate, dustman, guard. I'm here about the posting outside. Dustman looks you up and down. Many troubles have I. Help, can you? This guy's like Yoda. The mausoleum awakes. The dead walk. The dead disturbed. The dustman disturbed. Find out what disturbs the undead. And copper coins will I pay. Very well. Where's the mausoleum?
Updated my journal.
Noroch nods. Mausoleum by Dustman Memorial. Go north and west. From Black Monument. Go to Arch and a semicircle over your heart. With this finger, this make. He wiggles the index finger on his right hand. To the mausoleum, go you will. We'll look into it. Farewell. Whoa. I had other questions, dude. Leave him alone. Alright, fine. Hi, zombie. Oops. No, that's tilde key. It's Dustman, awaiting death. Old Copper Eyes. What the heck? What is with these names, man? Before you is a young Dustman with stubble on his chin and dark circles beneath his eyes. He is staring at the wall with a somber expression. Greetings. The Dustman doesn't look up. He stares straight ahead, as if he is seeing something several leagues beyond the walls of the bar. Can I ask you some questions? Dustman doesn't respond. He keeps staring at... Okay. Alrighty then. Mort hisses at you. Let's go, Chief. This Dusty might as well be fertilizer. Yeah, let's get the hell out of here. He's turned to leave. The Dustman suddenly speaks, his voice barely a murmur. You have to strain to hear the words. You think he said something about wanting to die. What did you say? The boy's expression does not flicker. Do you want to die? No, do you? Wait, what do you mean, truth? Wait. What? Truth, yes. Truth, what? I really don't know. Do you want to die? Are you threatening me, boy? Why do you want to die? This existence is a mockery of life. I do not wish to continue the charade any longer. His face wrinkles in disgust. Why would anyone wish to remain in this foul city in the center of a multiverse that feeds on pain and hatred? Death is silent, comforting. Surely living cannot be as bad as you make it out to be. It's a bleak outlook. There's a lot more to life than pain and hatred. Then why haven't you killed... Oh my god. This is living? He bares his teeth and his hands clench. This existence is a mockery of life. I do not wish to continue this charade any longer. Death is silent, comforting. Trust me, it's not. The boy seems irritated by the comment. And how do you know? I don't know. I've yet to see what lies beyond death and remember it. If I die again, perhaps then I could speak of it. I think I've died before. I don't remember much about it, though. Dustman blinks and sneers. You lie. No man can die more than once. Not without being resurrected by mighty magics. Resurrected? Try and kill me then. See what happens. No. Would you like to see? No. If I ever die and remember, I will return and speak of it to you. Then you may gauge whether I lie or not. Farewell. I mean, I know what resurrected is. Lying makes you more chaotic, and honesty makes you honesty makes you lawful. Okay, that makes sense. But I think what confused me there, Teleport, was like, it said truth for both. Like, so he wants to live and also die, or I think from what you're saying, it means more that like you get to choose which one, or which one is his truth, I guess. Let's ask him about the resurrected. Resurrected, brought back to life. The magic required is indeed powerful. Who would be capable of such power? You don't believe I can't die? Try and kill me then, see what happens. You don't believe I can't die? I can prove it to you. If I ever die and remember, I will return and speak of it to you, then you may gauge if I lie or not. Who would be capable of such power? Powerful sorcerer or priest, or one of the powers, but not anyone I know. He frowns, and I don't believe you know of anyone of that sort either. I don't believe I can... we're going to tell him that we'll return.
All right.
Let's see. Mortai Gravesend. This tiny wizened man is dwarfed by his huge Dustman robes. They look as if they were chosen to cloak his small stature. Though he looks to be in his late 90s, this man is extremely energetic. He fidgets continuously, and his eyes dart around the bar like a bird's. Greetings! The man's eyes gleam as he takes your measure, and he gives a slight nod of greeting. Hail and well met, traveler. You look like one who is just getting their sigil legs about them. He trails off. Pardon me, have we met before? Your face seems familiar somehow. Possibly. Are you certain it was me? Maybe I was mistaken. Mortai shakes his head. Well, no matter, no matter. How is it that Mortai Gravesend may help you? Do you seek... He clucks his tongue as he speaks. The contract, perhaps? Contract? The contract? Why, it is but a simple transaction. From the depths of his huge robe, Mortai pulls forth a dusty parchment and a quill pen. I give you 50 commons in return after death. The Dustman faction will claim your remains. He smiles, then clucks his teeth. What use will you have for them at that point anyway? What the best... I do have some questions. Of course, Mortai nods. It would be my pleasure to answer any questions you may have. Tell me about the patrons here. Of course, which of the patrons do you wish to know about? Can you tell me about awaiting death? A troubled initiate. Mortai clicks his tongue, disapprovingly. He seeks death with a passion that is most inappropriate for a Dustman. Are Dustmen not allowed to feel passions? Oh my, yes, Mortai frowns. Too much passion, too much emotion prevents one from reaching the true death. To be passionate runs contrary to the philosophy of our faction. I had some other questions. What about the other patrons? Oh, okay, so really he's just going to tell me about awaiting death. Journal. Mortai shakes his head. I know nothing about a journal. He smiles. I deal with documentation of a much different sort. You mean that contract you mentioned? No, I don't really want to hear about that. Farad. Mortai frowns. He's one of those collectors, isn't he? I know little of him. I think Initiate Emmerich mentioned him in passing. Mortai glances around. Emmerich should be around here in the bar somewhere. He can usually be found in the far corner at the head table, I believe. That's all I wish. Farewell. Mortai nods as you turn to leave. He has a strange expression on his face. Is something wrong? Mortai frowns. Forgive me, I must ask again. Are you sure we haven't met before? Possibly, I don't recall you. Mortai shakes his head. Well, no matter. I get this feeling that we've met, like, everybody in this game already. Yes, farewell. Mortai studies you as you leave, and you hear him mutter under his breath. Something about that one. Yeah, I'm betting, dude. Like, there's just... I don't know, man. Alright, we gotta talk to Old Copper Eyes, Emmerich. Was there somebody else we had to talk to? Oh, well, there's other people that are actually at the bar that I want to talk to. Old Copper Eyes. Before you is a tall, silent figure. He could easily pass for a statue, although the deep furrows in his face and brow make you wonder if the sculptor was a little too eager in defining the face with the chisel. He looks well over 50 years old, but exactly how much over 50 it's hard to tell. As he slowly turns to look at you, you catch the dull sheen of copper in his eyes. Greetings. Oh my god, does he actually have copper in his eyes? Like copper is on his eyes? Interesting. Very interesting. Old Copper Eyes stares at you. His eyes are difficult to make out past the black well of his eye sockets, but they look to have a coppery sheen about them. Wait a minute. His eye sockets? I have questions. Copper Eye says nothing. Bye. I don't want to tell somebody that I'm going to zombie bodyguard. So I don't want to be, like, rooting around in the trash. You know what I'm saying? But I'd also like to get stuff. The zombies gaze at you with vacant eyes. His lips have been stitched closed. The bandages are wrapped several places around his body. The faint smell of alcohol emanates from the corpse. I'm not about to talk to corpses, man.
Done.
The bar is made from a green stone that seems to evaporate any liquid that touches it. That is very interesting. You see a heavy-set man with dark skin and grim features. He is dressed in dustman robes and is regarding you with a stony gaze. Greetings. You have the look of one lost, the man's voice is like stone settling. Did the wind send you, or are you here with purpose? Who are you? I'm Emmerich, factotum, and initiate of the Fourth Circle. Is this your bar? If you measure ownership in copper, this is not my establishment. If you measure ownership in spirit, it is mine. He pauses, as if trying to emphasize a point. The dustmen here are my students. They are under my protection. Can I ask you some questions? I already asked him about the bar. Can you tell me about the Dustmen faction? Dustmen seek the true death. Some call it oblivion, but this is incorrect. To Dustmen, the true death is freedom from the chains of this false life. False life? This life that many cling to with their emotions is a false existence. As long as one clings to it, they will continually be reborn to it. One must divest themselves of emotion to escape this cycle. I see. Can you tell me about how your faction is organized? I thought I came in here to talk to this guy about something. These eyes have seen no journal. Perhaps your search will take you elsewhere. Look somewhere else. Farewell. Okay, hang on a second. Where's my urinal? Let's see. I said the mausoleum entrance was north and west of the Dustman Memorial. I could swear I was supposed to talk to this Emmerich dude. One of the Dustmen told me that if I was looking for Farad, I should go speak to someone named Emmerich, Gathering Dust Bar. I see. That's what it was. Okay. Speak to this Emmerich man. I has the questions. I would know why you seek the Collector Farad. He stole something from me. I wish to speak to him. Why is there something wrong? Actually, I misspoke. I have other questions. I wish to speak with him. As do I. He has made such a thing difficult. He speaks through other men. Emmerich falls silent for a moment. When two men speak through other men, little is said and much is lost. Why do you want to speak to Farad? The Collector Farad has brought many corpses to the mortuary of late. One must ask where these bodies are from. Tell me more about the bodies. Some are recent dead. They still have their last moments in their eyes. Many more bodies are centuries dead. The dust of ages lies upon the bones. One must ask where these bodies are from. Look, whatever is between you two is your business. I just want to know where he is. Perhaps I could find out where these bodies are from. I really don't know. I had some other questions. Why would you do such a thing? I would track down Farad and ask him. Or how? No, not why. How? Ooh, excuse me. Let's see. If you spoke with the Collector Farad and returned with his answers, you will have done a great service for the Dustmen. Find where the dead he brings us are from. Or he brings to us are from, and you will be rewarded. Very well. I will find Farad, speak to him, and find out where these dead bodies he brings you are from. Emmerich nods. Your path is our path. Return here when you have the Collector Farad's answer. Can you tell me where he is? It is not known to me where the Collector Farad is. He hides from the eyes of the Dustmen. I would seek other collectors and ask them your question. I do have other questions, though. Actually, I guess I don't. Skeptic. As you approach, the elderly woman turns and stares at you. La, look who's come a-callin' on Ser today, Death's dearest son. She looks you up and down, then shakes her head with disbelief. By every power and its mother, boy, what crypt did you crawl out of? I didn't crawl out of any crypt. I'm fresh from the mortuary, actually. Joke. Well, the crypt was losing its charm, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? Oh, that's excellent. I didn't crawl out of a crypt. She frowns, her face wrinkled with crumpled parchment, or like crumpled parchment. Right then, what coffin did you crawl out of? She mumbles. One of those shoddy splint coffins at Hamry's, most like. Gives corpses splinters, I hear. She sniffs. That boy has not been worth a clipped copper since his father died. I didn't crawl out of a coffin either. Hamry's. I didn't crawl out of a coffin. I'm fresh from the mortuary, actually. Uh... Well, the coffin he made was too drafty, so now I'm looking around for the right place to die. Know of anywhere? Who's Henry's? Henry's is a coffin maker in the lower ward. Inherited the shop when his father died, much to the shame of every corpse needing a coffin, crypt, or tombstone and sigil. What happened to his father? Those ears just for show, boy? He died, she mumbles. His son talked him to death, most likely. That boy's tongue doesn't stop rattling. I'm surprised he doesn't shake his head loose from his shoulders. So you two sound like you have a lot in common, then. No, I'm not going to say that. That sounds like I'm insulting her. Questions, eh? Well, you can ask. Sarah looks at you with a steely eye, then smiles. Crypt crawler. I didn't crawl out of any crypt. I'm going to ask you about the Dustman. Can you tell me about... let's see. Let's ask her about the journal. What does it look like? No idea. If you don't know what it looks like, how do you expect to find it? I'm beginning to wonder that myself. I had some other questions. Yeah, that is a very good point. Farad. Sarah's face crumples into a frown. That dog, he's the worst of the collector lot. I heard he has his kips set up somewhere in Ragpicker's Square, many streets west of the mortuary gate. Dangerous place, though. Some of those collectors aren't patient enough to wait for folks to die so they can sell them for jink. Other dustmen. Can you tell me about Old Copper Eyes? Oh, then I want to ask her about Doll. I don't know much about that one. He's a strange blood. He never moves from that spot, never eats, never drinks, just waits. She shivers slightly. Makes me uneasy. Can I ask you about some of the other dustmen? What about awaiting death? Awaiting death? That boy has half the sense of a jackass. He actually wants to die, and him so young, too. I wish death would rattle his cage, teach him a few things. What about Mortai? Mortai? Ha! I thought you were going to ask about a dustman. She spits. There's no dustman who's less a dustman than that jinx-smacking, bone-box-rattling lackwit. What do you mean? Mortai's so anxious to impress his betters by getting the most dead contracts signed that I wonder if he'll ever be a dustman. I don't understand. He's eager to get contracts signed, boy. He's concerned about his reputation. He thinks of his career in the dustmen. That alone says it all. Ah. But we're going to say we still don't understand, so that she'll explain a little more. It's said that passions kill. Sarah snorts. For dustmen, it's the opposite. Passion keeps you alive. And if you can't strip yourself of passions, whether eagerness, greed, or ambition, then you're doomed to never truly die, because life will always hold a piece of you. Can I ask you about somebody else? What about Doll? Doll, he was my instructor in the philosophical arts during my early training at the mortuary, and a crusty fool to boot. He's ill, so my ears tell me. I bet he'll even bore death with his presence. Is he dying? Sicker than a spotted dog he is. Not much sand left in the hourglass for him. Let's ask you about somebody else. How about Siogo? That boy used to be a regular around here. Don't know what happened to him. Could be he was shaken up after his friend died. Siogo always been a guide to the mortuary? Explain, please. One of his friends was killed in the hive a few weeks ago, torn apart by rats. She shakes her head. Messy business. Has Siogo always been a guide in the mortuary? No, only for the past few months, and last I heard, he was just sent off for some missionary duty, but I don't know where. Let's ask about... Yeah, let's ask about the tiefling. Who? Strange young woman, poor eyesight, near deaf, talons for hands. Sierra shakes her head. Maybe she's a new initiate. I've never heard of her. Alright. Farewell. Okay. I think we've gotten all that we can out of the Dustman bar.
I'm gone.
Let's see. That's a harlot. That's a harlot. That's a harlot. What are all these harlots doing around the freaking Dusties, man? It's just weird, if you ask me. Oof. Alley of dangerous angles. Okay. Okay, Hive Dweller, Hive Dweller, Hive Dweller, Hive Dweller. Nothing super special here. What is that, Dabus? Dabus! Can I talk to you, Dabus? Let me talk to you, Dabus. You see a tall creature with a shock of white hair. Its skin has a greenish cast, and a pair of goat horns protrudes from its forehead. It is dressed in long flowing robes, and appears to be floating slightly above the ground. Greetings! The creature turns to face you, and a series of symbols appear around its head. The symbols have a slight glow about them, and they just hover there. Oh, for the power's sake. Piking Dabus! What's wrong? He's a Dabus. They speak in rebuses. His annoying word puzzles. If you don't know what he's saying, then we better find a native or some other way to communicate with him, if we want to. An annoying bunch. My bet, they can speak. They just would rather piss everyone else off by trying to puzzle out what they're saying. Oh, I love it. What's a Dabus? Chant is they're janitors for the Lady of Pain. They float around, breaking, fixing, and patching up Sigil according to her whims. They're worse than corpse flies. Mort sighs. You can't swat them, though, or the lady will get upset. Lady of Pain? Who's that? Oh, we already know about the Lady of Pain. She runs the city. You'll know if you see her. She's got these blades around her face. She's about the size of a giant, and she floats off the ground, just like these guys. Mort nods at the Dabus, who is looking at you both. Nobody knows much about her. She doesn't speak much. All you need to know is that you don't want to make her angry. If you see her, my advice, run. I see. The Dabus waits patiently, its hands tucked into its sleeves. A series of symbols materialize above its head, then they vanish and a question mark appears. Try to strike up a conversation, see if you can translate what the Dabus is saying. Ooh! Ah, yeah! You ask the Dabus several questions, trying to get a feel for the rebuses that appear above its head. It is extremely patient throughout your discussion, giving you easy sentences to translate. After a few minutes, you start to get the hang of it. It feels like you've done this before. Maybe you can help me? Dabus waits. Who are you? Dabus inclines his head slightly, and a stream of symbols appear above its head. I'm a Dabus. I have other questions for you. What are you doing? Badge of symbols appear above the Dabus's head. I attend to my duties. Very descriptive. What can you tell me about the Lady of Pain? A lone symbol appears above the Dabus's head. This one shows a metallic female mask with blades coming out of the sides. Just looking at the ghostly image makes you uncomfortable. I had other questions. Dabus waits. I guess that's it. Farewell. Dabus bows slightly, symbols swirling around its head. Then it turns away. Leave. Dude! I don't know why, but are you hammering me, dude? What the hell's that all about? Don't you dare. Smack you around. Well, actually, no, I won't, because then the Lady of Pain will probably come and, like, ruin my life. I don't know why, but I find the Dabus is absolutely fascinating. What is this? Angyar's house? Did we know about this? Hang on. Quick save. Gain experience when you have the required ability score to choose an option in dialogue. That's why Int, Wiz, and Charisma are so important. Aha! Hi. This man looks haunted. His eyes are half-lidded, as if he had trouble sleeping, and his hair is long and unkempt. His beard is flecked with bits of dead skin and old bits of food. He doesn't seem to notice you as you approach. Greetings? The man glances up at the sound of your voice, and his slack expression vanishes. It looks like someone has lit 2 fires in his eyes. What be your business, barging into me house? His eyes narrow, and his teeth clench. Get, or I'll send you back to wherever grave you crawled from. Calm yourself, I just had some questions. The man's face turns blood red, and he begins shouting. Are you daft? With a snarl, he spits at your feet. You filthy, scar-ridden dog, off with the air. Even the powers won't be able to save your hide. Well, actually, the powers don't have any power here, so... Alright, I'm leaving. The man throws a parting shot at your back. You'd best never cross me door again, you wretch, stinking bastard. Leave that another word.
All right.
Where? Where? Oh, there. Okay. The Dabus is great, but all the rebuses on the fly can be a pain when role-playing. Ah, yeah.
All right.
I can see that being a real pain in the ass. Wait, did we already check this place? What is this? Open tomb. Oh, this is that place that we came out of. Never mind.
All right.
Alright, so we got Dustman Monument. Let's go up north. I'm so happy they have a running button. Thugs. Frightened Hive Dweller. Why are you frightened? See a man in tattered clothing. As you approach him, he suddenly stops and begins to look around frightened. Greetings. And looks startled, then takes a step back. Eh? What you want, Cutter? His voice is shaky, and he seems taken aback by your scars. I have nothing on me, so don't, oh, okay. Nothing. Farewell. I think that's the same guy that we talked to before who was just like, ah. Please don't murder me. What is this? Small dwelling. Who dat? The spell goes something like this. Who is you? Blast almost had it that time. Don't you know it's dangerous to interrupt spellcasters while they are evoking a spell? Luckily for you, I was only practicing. Well, what is it you want? My apologies for disturbing you. Farewell. Okay, well, I mean, I don't feel the need to, like, try to loot somebody's house.
I'm gone.
Ingress, we talked to you before. Hive Dwellers. Elderly Hive Dweller, I'm pretty sure we talked to her. Angry Hive Dweller. That's different. This man has pulled out a dagger and appears to be approaching me to stab. You see a man in old tattered clothes. As you approach him, he makes a detour to avoid you and keeps walking. Greetings! The man ignores you and begins to walk faster. Sir? He turns, glancing briefly to the right and left of you, as if looking to see if you have any friends with you. He draws a dagger. You'd be best to leave me be, or you'll be wearing this steel between your ribs. Calm down, I just had some questions. He scoffs. I'm sure you do, and I have no answers for the likes of you. Piss off. Farewell then, you jerk. Oh, for crap's sake. What is up with you guys trying to attack me? What is your deal?
Huh?
Hey, Mort. Litany of curses. No, what?
What?
No, no.
Stupid yabo.
What?
You want some, Chief? Damn it. Damn it.
Damn.
Did you see that?
Okay, would you kill this man?
What's the word, Chief?
Oh my god, I love Mort. This man, he is my very favorite. He's so good. Would you kill this man, please? Hack him with the axe.
What's up?
I mean, they attacked me first, so they deserve it. As far as I'm concerned. You ain't getting away. I'm gonna mash you into the dirt, dude. The map ends at some point, so, like, you're just gonna have to accept your fate. Although the Tapis is just like, eh, this happens. Yep.
Yeah.
Go get him, Mort. Oh my god, this man, please stop. That little bastard just took a swing at me and then started running away again. What the heck? Wait, what's this? Oh, was that one of the dudes that I killed? I think it might be the loot from one of the dudes that I killed. Mort! Mort! What are you doing, dude? Kill this man!
Good as done.
Okay, thank you.
All right.
Rusty dagger. Anybody else leave anything behind? Maybe the man that was destroyed over this way? No? Alright. Ooh, wait. Vines with black leaves. The stems look extremely sharp.
Huh?
That sounds like Razorvine to me, dude. Sounds like Razorvine to me big time. It's a portal. Ooh, take it. A quick save, so we're... Oh boy. The spectral figure materializes from the gloom of the passageway ahead and quickly moves to block your path. It floats before you, its once human features twisted in a mask of rage. Defilers, leave this place at once. Greetings! So cheerful. Leave now, its booming voice echoes down the halls. This place is forbidden to the living. Leave while you still can. I have some questions first. Seek your answers elsewhere. This place is a sanctuary for the dead. I shall not permit their slumber to be disturbed by the intrusion of yet another insolent mortal. Another? Has someone else been here? If you must know, yes, there is another intruder who, even now, continues to violate the sanctity of these hallowed halls. The anger in the spirit's voice fades. He seems somewhat saddened by the admission. The souls of my brothers and sisters cry out for peace. Why don't you drive the intruder away? I cannot. The coward has sealed himself within the inner chamber of the mausoleum. He has erected powerful wards that bar my entrance into the chamber. It is from there that he calls upon his dark arts to awaken my brethren and bends them to his evil will. Perhaps I may be of assistance? Sounds to me like you need help of one intruder to get rid of another. Spirit remains silent for several long moments. You can almost feel the weight of his lifeless gaze upon you. Yes, you might prevail where I have failed. If you will pledge to rid me of this blackguard, I shall grant you passage. What say you? I'll do it.
Updated my journal.
So be it. The spirit slowly begins to fade, until only the echoing of its disembodied voice remains. But take heed. Tread lightly in these halls, lest you join the others in eternal rest. Okie dokie.
All right.
Oh, good, I can get out. Thank God. I'm really hoping there... Okay, I was just gonna say, I was hoping that there were no traps, but, you know, sure. Skeleton workers. But I don't want to fight the skellies, though. Because then bad things happen, right? We don't want to hurt the skellies. Or do we, because that will put them to rest? What is this? Did y'all see that shit? Oh my god. Oh, wait a minute. Holy poop, what am I doing? I need something that's all bludgeony and stuff. 1 to 6 crushy. As opposed to 2 to 7. What is this one? 1 to 6 crushy. 3 piercing. 2 to 4 crushy. Use that. Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, put him to rest. Yeah.
Did you see that? Damn it. Did you see that?
I'm already starting to see how this game would be a little bit easier at first with, like, a bunch of strength and stuff, but... Ow. That was kind of painful.
Done.
Wait, are you all, like, prying up the floorboards or something? What is going on here? Why you do? Also, that's it, only heals 3. That's a little disappointing, I gotta tell you.
I'm gone.
We should, you know, I should probably be using Mort's abilities a little more, so that taunt specifically, because, you know, taunting is good. What is this? Don't know how to get there exactly. No! Oh my god, these freaking magic missiles. How in the world... do I even have the... Oh! Nope, 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 nope. Get away from the skelly. Ah!
bastard. What's up, Chief?
Come on. Kill it. Kill the Smackins. Hey, aren't you supposed to be attacking Mort, you scumbag?
Your sheer ugliness.
Oh, well, he is undead, so I guess it doesn't really... Come on, beat him down. Get him. Yeah. Sweet. It seems like... Oh, jeez. Unlike Baldur's Gate, it seems like you mostly sit still when you tell things to attack. It's a little strange. Silver ring. The simple band of silver has no ornamentation. It may have once been a wedding ring. Whether its past purpose, or whatever its past purpose, it may be worth a few coins in to a local merchant.
Done.
Indeed. Why are they tearing up the floors, though? I hate it. All these magic missiles, I hate them. Ah! Jeez. Kill it.
What's up?
I mean, I gotta try at least.
Prime scum.
Done.
Attack Mort. He's like much higher on the armor class than I am. And also, like, way more fightery. Jeebus. These skeletons are freaking tough. I mean, for, you know, level 2 dude with, like, 9 strength. Alright, well, I guess I'm gonna have to use some more freaking bandages.
Done.
Heart charm. Ooh. Heal 27 hit points. This glistening drop of blood is as hard and smooth as a pearl. When placed on the tongue, it dissolves instantly and spreads to the user's veins and heart. The heart charm is more powerful than the blood and clot charms, and it heals a number of wounds instantly, even serious or critical injuries. Furthermore, the user will also gain a rush of energy, removing any fatigue they may have otherwise be feeling. That is true. I could use the clot charms. Oh, bandages, wonderful. Let's see here. Yeah, let's put some clot charms. Wait, what the hell is it? Oh, I forgot to read this when I pried it out of that zombie. Let's see. This is a polished cobblestone that was lodged in the zombie's skull. It has traces of brain matter dripping from it. I don't think I really want to, like, carry that around. So, Mort, if you could please, that would be great.
All right.
This place just, like, reeks of trappage to me. What? Why are we doing the combat music time? What's going on? Ooh. What is? Ooh, commons. Hello, zombies. Or, not zombies, skellies.
Damn.
Come on, beat him down. Get him. Get him!
Damn it.
Mort, stop with the critical misses.
Damn it. Did you see that?
Come on, get him. Get him! Good boy.
Yeah.
I don't know how the hell bandages work on you, of all things. Like, you're made of bone, buddy. I don't know how this actually works on you.
I'm gone.
Ooh, clutch arms. Oh, bandages, wonderful. Rags. This thick mass of rags looks as if it were torn from a tapestry of someone's robes. Or someone's robes. Man. Cleaning rags.
What? What's up, Chief?
I'm gone.
Mausoleum's inner chamber. Let's go this way. I seem to recall that there was, like an exit or something over here. Though we don't know where it goes just yet. But I think that... Wasn't there a giant skeleton over here? Where does this go? Ah! What the hell? Oh, it's like on a second level. Neat. Please don't hit me.
Did you see that? Mort, like Latin. For death. Is a dog's body.
I'm gone. I'm hurt.
Whoops. Wow, that was a lot of freaking damage, dude. That was a lot of freaking damage. Could you, Mort, could you please...
Die.
Like, okay, sure.
I'm gone.
I was kind of hoping you could be the one to take the damage. Since you are full of constitution and I am not. More rags. Bone charm. I forget, the bone charms are good for Mort, are they not? Oh, yeah, give that to Mort. You know what? Screw this. We don't need this rusty dagger. Put it on the ground.
I'm gone.
Oh my god, the freaking magic missiles. They're driving me nuts. But, oh.
I'm gone.
Freaking skeletons,
Women
dude.
are the reason I'm good as done.
What was that, Mort? Women are the reason what?
What's up? Okay.
Yeah, you guys attack Mort. Mort's got, like, so much more armor class than me. Or
Damn.
rather, much better armor class than me, I should say.
All right.
Did you see that?
Mort is a very sturdy boy.
I'm gone.
I'm starting to wonder if it's actually possible to do this, like, these particular... What? Oh. If it's possible to do these particular sections without any combat. I think it probably not. I guess maybe unless you put, like, your Dustman robes on or something? Well, no, because this isn't... No, this isn't like a Dustman kind of thing, I don't think. What? Might... Oh. Oh! Wait. What? What? But that's a... What? How did I get here? I am very confused. Well, okay, sure. We gotta go there, though. And when I say how did I get here, I mean, like, I know that we went into the thing over this way, but... Man. Yeah, come this way, pal. Run past the Skelly Man. No, run past the Skelly Man. Run past the Skelly Man. Oh, my lord. You see a mid-sized man in long robes of deep black. His hair is neatly coiffed, and an impeccably trimmed goatee complements his handsome features. Noticing your arrival, he puts down the book he was writing in and strides confidently over to you, smiling. Impressive. I must admit, I never thought you would make it this far. I'm glad to have disappointed you. Are you the one responsible for all the Walking Dead? Upon that commencer, I've kind of put an end to your desecration. Okay. Who I am is of no consequence to you. What I want is the question that should concern you most. As he speaks, he looks you up and down as if somehow fascinated by you. Very well, what do you want? Takes a step back and cocks his eyebrow. Or cocks an eyebrow. I want your blood. Is that some kind of threat? What a coincidence. I've come for your blood as well. Prepare to die. The man starts to answer, but stops himself abruptly. An evil smile spreads across his face, and he begins to laugh. Yes, I suppose it is. He continues to laugh even harder at his own private joke. You notice that his hands have begun to move at his sides. Slowly, they flit back and forth, tracing intricate patterns in the air. Oh, ball sacks. That sounds really freaking bad.
Slattern.
Horror? Well, Mort's, like, undead, so hopefully that means dick all to him.
Damn it.
He's dead?
I'm gone.
Well, or just defeated? Scroll of Ice Knife. Bracelet. Copper. A skull. A dagger. Chromatic orb. Oh my lord. Wait. Oh god, I thought that was Strahd, but it's Strahan. Bracelet looks like it's made of silver and has some precious gem mounted on top of it. Identify. I can't identify because I don't have the spell. Skull. It's a generic human skull. It is not as talkative as Mort, but perhaps it's just as well. Okay, we're going to put you down. Dagger, 1 to 6 piercing. This looks to be a very well-made dagger. It has a nice balance and very sharp blade. Of course, we can't identify it. Whew, excuse me. Scroll of Chromatic Orb. Let's use it to cast Chromatic Orb. I know what Chromatic Orb does, roughly, but we don't... We have to be a mage. So, yeah. I don't know if we really need this. Then again, do we need the arm? I mean, I like having it for reasons. Scroll of Strength. It's again usable by mages. Spell increases the target's strength score by a certain number of points, or tenths of points above 18. Which will still be qualified by race class restrictions. The spell cannot bestow a strength of 19 or greater. The bonuses are as follows. Interesting. Man, I gotta get rid of some shit. I mean, some of this stuff is gonna be worth some money. You find a lot of junk in the plains. Most are useless, but keep the actual junk itself. Okay. Oh, man. I feel like... God damn it. Shit. It's better than the scalpel, right? Why? Well, no. Don't just put things on. You've played D&D before. You know goddamn
Don't want to part with that.
I forgot that was there. Yeah, I kind of forgot about that. Shit. God. So full of stuff. It's true, I do. Okay, it was worth a shot. All right. Stephen's diary. This leather-bound tome is cracked and worn with age. Some sort of crest has been burned into the cover. You can make out a series of interlocking triangles centered about the initials SR. The writing upon its pages has faded considerably, but the last few entries seem to have been penned recently. I am the ancient in the land. Day 2 of the 127th year of Factal Hasker's reign. At last I have found it. The missing page of the Aptarge grimoire is now in my possession. As I had guessed, the page detailed the necessary components for the casting of the final transformation spell. I have all but one of the components. A drop of an immortal's blood is all that stands between me and the eternal power of lichdom. But where can I find such a rarity? Perhaps I should seek the answer through divination. Day 14 of the 227th year of Factal Haskar's reign. After days of taxing divination spells, I finally have my answer. The divination revealed the location of an immortal to be somewhere within an ancient mausoleum located in the hive section of Sigil. I must make haste. I must find this creature and draw its blood before it moves on. Okay, day 15. I have arrived at the mausoleum. Immediately I was set upon by a shade that guards the remains of those interred within this place. I managed to elude the spirit and found my way into what appears to have been some sort of inner sanctum, protected by some minor wards to prevent any further interruptions by that supernatural twit. I have set about raising some of the locals to conduct a search for the immortal. Oh. If the divination was accurate and the immortal is here, then likely it is interred within one of the many crypts that line these halls. It's only a matter of time now. Day 17. I am not alone. Someone has entered the mausoleum and is interfering with my servants. Could this be the one I seek? The divination revealed only that I would find the immortal here. Could it be that my presence in this place has prompted that which I seek to seek me out? What a delightful twist. I shall have to... The ink of the last entry is still wet. Interesting. So, it appears we interrupted this dude. Ooh! He fell apart. Hey, buddy. As you step into the corridor, the guardian spirit materializes before you. Its ghostly countenance regards you benevolently. I thank you. You have done me a great service. The spirits of my charges sleep quietly once again. Go in peace, friend. The apparition fades away, leaving you alone in the deserted halls of the mausoleum. Leave.
Updated my journal.
2,000 experience! My God!
Done.
How wonderful. I love getting 2,000 experience. So now we got a dude we got to go talk to, right? Because there was another person that was like, hey, go in there and, like, make all these deadites stop, like, running around and stuff. And boy, have we. I'm just going to warn you now, Thug Man. You don't want any of this. No, sir. No, you do not. Although, you're just, like, patrolling around. See a heavyset-looking man. He has a stone-faced expression. Greetings! The man looks at you for a moment, grunts, then raises his hand, revealing a wicked dagger. He smiles evilly and begins to twirling it with in a menacing arc. Farewell. Well, dude, why are you being a butt? Oh,
Right.
balls!
Done.
Davis! Davis, save us! Kill this man! What?
Right.
Huh? Filthy sod.
I'm gone.
Did you see that? What?
Yeah, what is up with all these thugs, man? Get out of here,
Die.
you scumbags! Yeah, run away! Exactly as it should be. Get the heck. Oh! Get the heck out of here!
I'm hurt.
Yes, you are. How about you heal yourself a bunch more?
What's sure? Why not?
Leave the poor guy alone. He's a stupid thug.
Done.
Let's go in here. I'm pretty sure one of the guys in here wanted us to go and mess with the, or not mess with, but to do something with the Deadites. Wait. Oh! Let's see. Norok, right. See Norok, he is pulling at one of his spikes of hair and using it to scratch a spot on his face. You can't help but think he'd look a lot better with dreadlocks. Okay. I found out what was going on in the mausoleum. The dead sleep again.
Updated my journal.
Ooh! 200 copper. Norok's lines of worry smooth out as you speak. Thanks, give I. He reaches into his robe and draws forth a small bag, which he hands to you. Copper coin, twice 100. Thanks, glad I could help.
Ooh, looks like my skills have increased.
Ooh. A level up, is it? Let's see, 9 hit points gained, 2 hit points regained from con bonus, or gained from con bonus. Fighting skills have improved. Saves have gone up. No thief points, because not a thief. Oh, Mort, you're wonderful. My god. Wow. So bludgeoning damage, bludgeoning is the only kind of, what is this? Alignment. Oh. Bludgeoning is the only kind of attacks that can bypass, well, not bypass his AC, but true neutral. I guess I haven't done enough good stuff. Well, alright. God, what else do we have to do here? Find Farad, find your missing journal, find, Sevtai. Sevtai, by the Dustman Memorial outside the mortuary, she is mourning the death of her 3 sisters, who had been attacked by a group of the Chaos Men, right. Wasn't there a sleepy time option? Yeah, toggle AI, dialogue. I swear there was a rest option. Wasn't there?
Done.
Yeah, I could swear there was a rest option, but maybe not. Well, shit.
Maybe I could gut a Dusty.
Don't. I see y'all getting froggy. Don't you dare. No, sir. Hey, whoa. North portion of the hive, alley of dangerous stuff. This didn't lead anywhere? Shalandra's Kip. Alright, let's not go to the alley of dangerousness.
All right.
She needed permission to rest. Hourglass on the right. Oh! It's too dangerous to rest here. Figures. Probably because of all the thugs, right? That's my guess. Hive tout. Hive thug. Hive thug. Hive thug. Harlot. Davos. Porphion. Every inch of this man's skin is covered in a web of black lines. It's as if some artist chose to accentuate every crease in his flesh with a quill pen. The overall effect is such that even when his face shows no expression, he appears to be frowning. Greetings. This one has a name. This one is called Porphyrin. The man's voice is like a gong as he speaks. The lines on his face bend and settle into a series of spherical patterns. This one would know. Why do you address this one? I want to ask you some questions about the city. This one would have you know. This one cannot answer your questions. The lines on his face twist into angles, then split into a mess of scribbles. This one has only recently stepped foot in this place of walls. Alright then, but I have to ask you this. Why do those lines upon your face move? The lines show anger. Do you take offense? The lines slowly straighten, forming into gentle curves. No offense was meant. Will you accept the many apologies of this one? No offense taken. Why are you angry? This one tells of event recent. Did you know this one was beset by 3? The 3 demanded an item of this one. This one feared an attack. What does this one do? This one surrendered the item. Well, you were right to be afraid. If there were 3, then they might have killed you if you had not given up the item. This one has been misunderstood. The lines on his face become angled, then smooth into curves. This one did not fear being killed. This one feared killing the 3. Well, if you could have killed them, why did you let them rob you? This one walks the path of a warrior. Many weapons have walked with this one. The fist, the blade, the staff, or the stave, the hatchet, the scimitar. Wait, oh, it's the smitter. I mean, it looks like smiter, maybe. Okay, well, these tools are all known to this one. That's not much of an explanation again. If you're a warrior with that much training, why let them rob you? This one is forbidden to attack. The lines ripple across his face as he speaks. If this one had struck at the 3 in anger, the vow of non-violence would be unmade. Again with the yawns from reading, good lord. Vow of non-violence. You're a warrior and a pacifist? This one is unfamiliar with your speech. What is this pacifist? Never mind, why did you train so much if you were not permitted to attack another? This one is of the Order of Erit Age. We await the final days where all will be called to battle. The training and skills of this one, they are to be kept silent until then. In the meantime, you will let yourself be robbed in the street without defending yourself? This one will clarify. The item is of value. The discipline of the Eritage is of greater value. Since you won't fight, any chance you could talk these thieves into returning your item? This one addresses the 3 thieves. What happens? The requests of this one are met with scorn. The 3 will not return the item. I could go see if I could get the item back for you. I could go get the item back for you if you could... No, I'm not going to ask for payment. This one must ask, would you bring violence to the 3 that have robbed this one? Well, if they aren't smart enough to hand it over when I ask, things could get ugly. Not if I can help it. Yeah, not if I can help it. This one fears. A message absent of violence will not be understood. The lines on the man's face form into a series of ellipses. This one is not opposed to you trying. Alright then. What is this item you've lost? The item is this. A rope of black and red prayer beads worn around the neck. The worth of these beads is not measured in copper. The worth of these beads is measured in faith. Alright then. I'll see if I can find this necklace. Do you know where these 3 thugs might be? This one knows where the angry words were traded, and the item lost, by the bar that burns inside. The three were outside the place, dressed in black and red. 3 robbers dressed in black and red outside a bar that burns on the inside. That can't be too hard to find. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
What? That looks like a demon. Black Abishai. This black-scaled reptile towers to a height of 8 feet. Its great height, however, is offset by its thin, snake-like frame. A long prehensile tail drags behind it, and its leathery wings are hooked behind its back. A strong vinegary smell emanates from the creature, as well as a certain amount of heat. It seems to be ignoring you. Greetings. Whoa, Chief, Mort cuts in before you can speak to the creature. Bar that, you don't want to be rattling your bone box with any fiend on the street. Leave be. I want to ask it some questions. No, you don't. Mort glances at the creature, then turns back to you and lowers his voice to a whisper. They're touchy. Let's go. Alright, we'll leave it alone. Actually, I'm going to save, then I'm going to talk to it. Greetings! Mort sighs. You're about to speak to the creature. Yes? Oh, nothing. Life is best teacher, you know. He nods at the creature. Go ahead. You best watch. Oh, it's a Bayatsu. Okay, so it's a devil. Right? Yeah, devil. I will. It's black, 8 feet. It's great. Okay, it seems to be ignoring you. Greetings. The creature slowly turns its head down to look at you. Its scaled forehead wrinkles into a frown. Then it opens its mouth, giving a low, rasping hiss. You notice that the heat radiating from the creature begins to rise. I would speak to you for a moment. The creature opens its mouth, displaying a row of blackened fangs. Fire begins to dance around the shoulders and arms of the creature as it gives a long, low hiss. Calm yourself, I just want to... Oh, fuck. The creature speaks in a rasping hiss. Its voice sounds like 2 rough stones being scraped together. It is this for a few moments. Its gravelly voice rising and falling. What? The creature snarls. Nothing to say to you, do I? The fiend's eyes narrow to slits. If stay, your warm blood will cover the stones. I just wanted to ask you some questions. Just try it. Back off. Just wanted to ask you some questions. Creature roars. Oh, boy.
I'm hurt.
Looks like death's come to the boat.
Oh.
You know, I was just sitting here wondering whether
What?
you were gonna get up. And then you have to go spoil my fun.
Okay, well, I am just going to load from that save. Wait, what? What do you mean? But I quick-saved. Right before we messed with the fiend. Hey! What? Well, okay. Oh, there it is. Yeah, let's not talk to you. Yeah, let's not talk to you. Ooh, it's a named person. Let's talk to him. Molt. This man appears less dour and wary of passerby than the people around him. He moves with an upbeat gait, casually scanning the ground to either side of him as he goes. As you approach him, he nods a friendly greeting. Greetings. Hello, Cutter. Say, you seen any deaders about? None nearby, no. I had some questions. Too bad, he shrugs. Had some questions, did you? Ask away. What are you looking for? Deaders, of course. Don't you recognize the robes of a collector? He grabs a hold of the cloth and holds it up for you to for your inspection. No. Aye, collectors, he indicates his ragged brown robes. These here are collector's robes, Cutter. Any poor sod you see wearing these. Me, for instance, is most likely looking for debtors. Bodies to sell at the mortuary, he shrugs. Whatever it takes to get by in the hive, right? Do the collectors work together? Why does the mortuary pay for corpses? I had some other questions. What can you tell me about the area? This is the hive, Cutter. What we hivers like to call the arse end of Sigil. Not that Sigil's got an end, being round and all, but you know what I mean. Anyway, north and west of here, through the big gate, is Ragpicker's Square, where collectors like me call Kip. Don't know much about the rest of Sigil, I'm afraid. What about a man named Farad? The collector boss. Don't know much about the man myself. He spent a lot of time fighting his boys. or we spent a lot of time fighting his boys, but they've all of a sudden disappeared, along with Farad. We still catch the occasional straggler in Ragpicker Square, but we have no idea where the rest are hiding. I lost the journal. Can you help me find it? No, haven't run across one. Tell you what, though, if I do, I'll hold on to it for you. He's not gonna give me shit. What's going on? Why? Why? Just, Mort, kick their asses, please. I'm not even gonna get involved. I'm just gonna sit here and regen. Wow, that is a lot of Davos, dude. Oof.
Hey, I'm being watched, Chief. Just look natural. Casual.
What? We're being watched.
Damn. All right.
Ooh! What is up with these damn Hyver buttholes? Or not Hyver buttholes, just like these dudes being jerks.
Done.
Ooh, bronze ring. I don't actually recognize those demonic fiends are the servants of Tiamat, queen of Avernus, the first layer of Bator. Ah. That explains quite a bit. Like the heat, etc. Mort, please, just smack him with your teeth. Okay, leave this moron alone. Fleece. Let's see. You see a man who is looking around at the buildings with some confusion. He looks lost and mumbling to himself. Greetings. The man looks relieved. At last! I beg your indulgence, good sir. I seem to have gotten turned around in this maze of streets. He chuckles uncomfortably. I'm afraid this area of the city is somewhat... He glances around apprehensively. Unknown to me. The residents seem most unwilling to extend aid to a visitor. He looks at you hopefully. Could I prevail upon you to help me, perchance? So that's the kind of help you need. Let's see. Depends on where you're trying to go. I seek the house of my aunt, Marguerite. She is reported to dwell in a house close to the mortuary, but the street layout seems to have changed since my last visit. Do you know of the house of which I speak? I'm afraid that I have never heard of such a place. The man frowns in disappointment. Ah, I suppose it would have been too much good fortune to hope that you would know of such a place. He nods slightly in thanks. Well, I thank you for your time, good sir. It is most welcome in these streets. Farewell. I thought... Did I not run into a Marguerite in the last zone? You're about to turn away when you suddenly have a feeling that something is amiss. Suspicious, you glance at the man again, just in time to see him withdrawing his hand from your purse. You can't be sure, but you think he might have taken something from... Oh, you son of a bitch. Observe his... 250. Oh my god. You engage the man in light conversation and secretly study his movements. This man seems to rely on two things. One, pretending to be a high-class citizen out of his element to lower the target's guard, and two, distract the mark by having the victim point out directions. When the victim turns to point to a street or at a street or landmark, the man skims the mark's purse and tucks items into his conveniently long sleeves. You make a mental note of his technique, just as he makes another grab for your purse. Grab his hand. You are not fast enough. He yanks his hand back before you can grab it. With a yelp, he bolts, running down the street. Alright then. Well... I mean, no. Well... God damn it. You know what? Thanks for the XP, you scumbag. Oh, this goes back to the mortuary. I don't want that. Wait, what? That looks like money.
I'm gone.
What?
done.
Is it money? How'd that get here? Oh, maybe that's from one of the dudes that I murdered.
I'm gone.
So is that dude still running around all like... Oh, for crap's sake. Okay, hang on. You gotta go, thug man. I'd apologize, but I'm not sorry. You gotta... What the hell?
I feel stronger.
Do you? Ooh, wait, did I level? Oh, I did. Oh, wonderful. Great. Oh. 1 characteristic point gained, 7 hit points gained. Fighting skills improved. Sweet. Let's do some charisma, please. Also known as charisma, if you pronounce it correctly.
I'm gone.
Davis, Dustman, Harlot, Collector. There are a whole bunch of Davis in this place, man. Holy hell. That's Blackleaf. We're to talk to you. Let's try this building here. Arlo, Mort. Is that a centaur? See a short, balding man standing in what serves as the foyer to this ramshackle flophouse. His bushy brows are furrowed in concentration as he picks at what appear to be scabs on his large bulbous nose. Oh, gotcha. So it's so Teal'c is saying that the hive is always falling apart, and the Dabbas do their best to keep it standing. Greetings. Man doesn't bother to look up. Instead, he continues to stare cross-eyed down at his nose. Eh? What do you want? Can I rest here? I had some questions. Well, ain't that nice? He flashes you a sarcastic yellow-toothed smile. And I'm sure you'll find your answers someday, but I've got... Oh my god, excuse me. I've got me a business to run. So if you don't want a bed, then I suggest you pike off. See, can I have a bed then? Sure you can, Burke. If you got the jink for it. Nobody puts up here for free, except old Nestor over there. And that's only because no one's addle-coved enough to mess with him. Tell me about this Nestor. Nestor is that barmy old sod in the corner there. He hikes a thumb over his shoulder toward the back of the room. Watch your step around him, Burke. He's not right in the head. Always rattling his bone box about his fork and all. I wish somebody would do us all a favor and get rid of him. Why don't you get rid of him yourself? You don't think I've tried? I have. And look what I gets for me effort. He leans his face forward and points at the bleeding scabs on his nose. The barmy sod nearly bit my nose off. I can get rid of him. Let's see. Some houses and streets are lost in the chaos under Sigil. The Dabbas might just brick over the whole place. And the cycle continues. Wow. That's... goddamn. I'll tell you what, Cutter. If you can get rid of him for me, you can stay here for free as often as you like. Deal? Fair enough, I'll do it. Never mind, how much is the bed? Sure.
Updated my journal.
Well then, don't just stand around gawking. Get to it. He immediately returns to his scab picking. Can't you see I'm busy?
All right.
Oh, Nestor. I've heard that you're a pain in the ass. You see an aging man in soiled and tattered clothes frantically pacing in the corner. His shock of filthy white hair sticks out in every direction, and his face, encrusted with dirt and streaks of dried blood, is covered with gray stubble. Every few seconds he stops pacing and flails about suddenly, muttering and cursing as if assaulted by some unseen foe. He does not seem to notice you approach. At the sound of your voice, the old loon whirls about to face you, his wide, staring eyes bulging in their sockets. He regards you for a brief moment, then returns to his raving. No, 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 it's not you. Hoo-hoo! But yes, but soon, yes, soon. Are you the one they call Nestor? The old man seems oblivious to your presence. Hoo-hoo, hoo-hoo! You'll come, yes, you'll come, and old Nestor will be waiting. Are you all right? Waiting? Who are you waiting for? Look, Arlo asked me to get rid of you, so you're going to have to leave here. Who are you waiting for? Waiting, yes. He suddenly plops down on the floor, as if overcome by exhaustion. Long have I waited. Waiting. He takes a deep breath and springs back to his feet. Wait forever if I have to. Do you hear me? Look, Arlo, are you alright? No! Nestor's face turns beet red and his whole body shakes in protest. My fork! Can't leave without my fork! Oh, fork, fork, fork! Your fork? Fork, fork, fork! Can't go home without my fork. Nestor's frenzy reaches a violent crescendo. He begins hopping up and down maniacally, then suddenly stops, lowers his head, and runs headlong into a large wooden cupboard that stands against the back wall of the flophouse. The force of the impact knocks the old man flat on his back. After a few seconds, he stands back up, a dazed expression on his face. Gone, stolen, can't go home without my fork. Stolen, you say? Who took your fork? Nestor stares at you for a long moment, then begins rummaging through the pockets of his filthy tunic. After a few seconds, he produces what appears to be a dismembered ear. Oh, Lord. Judging by the stench and the color of the ear, you'd wager the old loon has been toting it around in his pocket for some time. You have my fork, don't you? Don't you? Hoo-hoo! He holds the ear close, as if speaking to it. Bring back my fork. Oh, God. If I can find you a fork, will you leave? Waiting. Hoo-hoo! He shakes the ear violently as he shouts into it. Until you bring it back, then I can go home. Right, I'll try to find your fork. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
Oh, Lord. So we gotta find somebody that's got a messed up ear. You see the tall figure of a creature standing before you. The lower portion of its body resembles that of a goat. However, just above its powerful forelegs, its shape takes on a more human appearance, with the human's torso, arms, and head, all of which are covered in polished armor. The creature's eyes are closed, and it appears to be sleeping. Greetings. The creature snorts briefly, but its eyes remain shut. Apparently, it's not a light sleeper. Let the creature sleep. Well, poop. Alright, so we gotta find somebody with a missing ear. Oh, for crap's sake, kill this thug, please.
Huh?
Mort, give him the taunt.
Imbecile.
Damn.
What are you doing using a dagger? The scalpel? Dude, the hatchet!
Damn. Die. I'm gone.
Ooh, give me that jink.
I'm gone.
Stop prowling around, you weirdo. Wait, did we already talk to Molt? Other Cutter, I've seen you before, no? Sure I have. Now I remember. Say, seen any debtors about? Let's see. I thought maybe he would have been able to tell me something about, like, a person with, you know, busted up ears. Collector, Hive Thug, Hive Dweller. One ear. Oh. Wait. Oh, I thought it said Harlot Collector, not just... Okay. You see a shady-looking fellow standing before you, picking his teeth with what appears to be a tiny metal fork. His chest is covered by patchwork armor adorned with large spikes, and a long knife hangs at his side. You notice he is missing his right ear. Greetings!
Updated my journal.
Regards you coolly from the shadows, as if sizing you up. I said greetings! What's the matter? Your other ear not working? I had some questions for you. One of your tieflings scowls at you threateningly. Pike off, Burke, or I'll have your guts for garters. If it's garters you're after, I just happen to have a pair. Your mother left them... How'd you lose the ear? You wouldn't have happened to have lost that ear while robbing an old man here in the hive. I didn't know what you're talking about, Burke. He glares at you angrily. Now I suggest you get your mangled carcass out of my sight before I carve my name into you. Certainly, just give me the fork you stole from him, and I'll be on my way. And I could even spell your name, you clueless... let's see. Why don't you come clean while you still have one good ear left? Yeah, give me the fork. With a flash of movement too quick to follow, he whips his knife from its sheath and begins waving it menacingly before you. Why don't you come and take it from me, Burke? That's the way you want to play it? Let's dance. Why don't you put the blade away before you get hurt? Yeah, sure. You sure do have a sharp tongue, Burke. I think I'll cut it out and feed it to you. He lunges at you with his knife, leading the way. Command yourself.
What?
Give him the nasties.
Even 50 swigs of brandy wouldn't make you look good.
Oh my god, Mort, you're amazing.
Die.
I do wonder if there's a way to, like, to do this without him,
All right.
without this guy attacking you. High quality stiletto. Slim dagger is a beauty among its kind. It is a one-handed thrusting weapon. Alright, well, I've got a lot of stuff. There's got to be somebody around here that I can sell some of this garbage to, right? I suppose we should get rid of this. What else are we going to get rid of? Oh, we'll put those there. Do that. There we go. More bronze rings, please. Alright, anybody else here that I... Black leaves, the stems looks extremely sharp. Okay.
All right.
Wait, where does that go? Rackbreaker Square. Southern portion of the hive. Okay, flop house. Go back to the flop house. Get out of the way, you freaky devil. Let's go talk to Nestor. The old man stops his frantic pacing and glances at you nervously. Fork? Fork, fork? Can't go home without my fork. Is this the fork you speak of? Nestor hastily snatches up the fork. My fork! My fork! Fork, fork, fork! Woohoo! He hops up and down excitedly, waving the fork back and forth in an elaborate pattern above his head, as if he were performing some sort of ritual. Now I can go home. Farewell! Hoo-hoo! Farewell, Nestor. Nestor turns to leave. Then, as if struck with some afterthought, he turns back around and hands you a scrap of something soft and rubbery. A severed ear. Upon closer examination, you notice that there is an earring still dangling from it. Pocket the earring and discard the rotting piece of flesh.
Updated my journal.
That man just went into a portal.
I'm gone.
Can't help but notice. Okay, let's go talk to Arlo. Sinestro's gone home, eh? Maybe the old sod wasn't so barmy after all. He gives you a hearty slap on the back. Now, but we can all get some sleep, some rest around here. Feel free to set up Kip here anytime, Cutter.
Updated my journal.
Sweet. So there's an earring, huh? One ear's earring. The small earring is made from polished obsidian despite the smoothness of its surface. It reflects no light whatsoever. Commonly referred to as a rogue's best friend, the black gem this earring is made from possesses magical properties that absorb light, making it easier for its wearer to move undetected in the shadows. That's why I can't use it. Oh! That is a very good point. I should do that. You know what? Why would I not put this... Wait, what? It says it's a bracelet, though. Magus Guard! There's standard equipment for any adventuring mage. Bracelets such as these can be found across the plains. Judging by the markings on this particular bracelet, it appears to have been made in a style quite common to Sigil. Various glyphs of warding are meticulously carved along the surface, producing an almost hypnotic effect when looked at. When worn, this bracelet protects the wearer from normal attacks as if they were wearing scale armor. What? But I want to wear it. What's this? Okay, so I don't have the stuff to identify that. Ooh, bone dagger. See, this blade, oh, yes, please. Much better than the scalpel. So I don't know if I want to become a wizard or something else. Kind of hoping at some point I can become a cleric, but maybe that's not possible. I don't know. All right, let's God damn, where's the hourglass? There it is. What do you mean I have to obtain permission to rest here? Oh, I'd like to rest for a while. Dude, that's cool. You've rested for 8 hours. And regained all of our hit points. Hooray! You can, the marketplace should be just downward from here. Alright. Actually, wait, what time is it? We still got some time. So you say the marketplace is just down from here, huh? Well, let's go. Hive.
I'm gone.
Hello, Davis. Anybody with a name? Hive merchant. Please. This older merchant has a worldly look to him. His deep voice is gentle but confident. Ah, hello there. Are you ready to sample some of the most delectable treats from across the plains, my good man? What do you have? All manner of delicacies to delight your palate, my good man. Arborian fire seeds, garbar root, Elysian pears, crimson lotus petals, Bitopian shepherd's bread, shift spice from the chaos of limbo, and sea plums are what I have at the moment. Merely 5 coppers for a taste of anything. Purchase something. Oh. I do have some questions. He shakes his head. Then I advise you seek answers elsewhere, sir. I only deal in exotic foodstuffs, spices, and herbs, and have time nor care for little else. Very well then. What's this? This window, if that's what it is, seems to be made from a blue stone that shifts and bends as you look at it. It glows softly in the dim light of the city. Well, this might be like a... What? It's a random hive dweller, huh? See a plump woman going about her chores. She doesn't notice you. You know what? I'm just going to leave. I don't want to... She's probably just a person.
All right.
Hang on a second here. Prudwin cart. Looks like it would fall apart if anyone tried to use it. Holy shit. What is a lim-lim? This odd-looking little creature appears both insect and animal in origin. Its legs are oversized, but its arms are small and nearly vestigial, and a brightly speckled half-shell runs down its back. It sports twin pairs of insect-like wings, and has tiny black eyes and a mouth that always appears to be smiling gleefully. What the hell? Pet it! Pio, pio, pio! The lim-lim bounces around merrily, its wings buzzing. It seems to enjoy the affection immensely. Pet the lim-lim some more. Pio, pio! The lim-lim bounces around merrily and the wings... Leave the lim-lim alone. What? Oh my god, I love it. I'm so happy. Okay, so... Do you sell stuff? Oh man. Actually, you know what? I should probably go to bed because it is getting a little late. But we're gonna be doing more Planescape Torment next week. Tomorrow, I think we're probably gonna be doing more Dead by Daylight with the Scream Stream Dream Team. But yeah, I'm gonna take off and go to sleep. I hope you all did enjoy the stream, and if you did, you know, come back for more. And yeah, next week Monday, more Planescape. But anyway, I'm gonna go to bed. Have a good night, everybody. Praise the sun, and bye bye.